Ron Stewart with Closing Time Podcast, and today I'm here with Mr. Tanner Booth. How are you?
Good. How are you? It's great to see you.
Good. You too? Yes, sir. So, Tanner, I read, I did a little research. It says that most realtors are in their 50s and women. So, how does it feel competing against a bunch of women that can bake better banana bread than you?
Man, that's a loaded question, but it feels great because I show up to the office and generally there's something to eat. I don't have to worry about that.
That is the best answer.
Great example. We showed up to a sales meeting yesterday, a little round table, and one of our agents had cooked some banana bread. So we had 2 loaves of banana bread for breakfast at 9 o'clock, homemade. Can't get any better than that. So
that is awesome.
I don't have to worry about breakfast sometimes, and then every now and then someone will make something, have leftovers, and bring it to the office, and they'll give it to me. So it's kind of a blessing.
That was a loaded question, and I was wondering how you would answer it, and you could not have answered it any better.
So I don't really have to cook sometimes. Some
that's
weeks.
Awesome.
I get lucky.
That is awesome. So today we're going to spend a good amount of time talking about almost your age, your generation, that sort of thing. And at no point do I ever want you, and I hope I don't come across this way at any time, being condescending or negative towards your age. Actually, it's going to be the opposite. I've never, and I don't even know how old you are, but you're in your mid-20s, low 20s?
Yeah, 24.
24. I've never seen anyone at your age, obviously a male in a predominantly female industry, and realtors are typically a little bit older. I've never seen anybody come in and have such a splash. And I have no idea how much business that you do, but I know that your presence is incredible. And whatever that is it's just gonna be dynamic. Your social media presence, the way you seem, and I don't know how it works with the way you support other agents, the way you are at open houses, the way you share properties, just everything is just incredibly impressive. And it's not just me, because I asked people, I was like, "Hey, what do you know about Tanner?" And they're like, "Oh my God, they love him." So
well, I appreciate
it is
a compliment. So
yeah,
greatly appreciated.
So whatever you're doing, I hope that you like real estate, because I really do think you're going to be fantastic at it.
I love it. It's interesting because I'm definitely one of the youngest agents by far. So. It's a grind. I mean, just like anything else, it's different because I don't have a lot of my friends in the same industry, so I'm always with older people, which I kind of prefer it sometimes. I do love my friends, but getting to pick people's brains, whether it's agents that's been in the business for 19, 20 years, or it's been a broker that's been a broker forever, or if it's been a lender, or it's been an attorney.
You got a broker
constantly.
that has been a broker forever. Good Lord.
I do.
She's so old.
I got the best broker out there.
Who is your broker?
Amy Gahan.
Oh, yeah, that's the one. Yes.
I know you know her.
Good Lord, she is old.
Yeah, she's the best.
She is good. She, surprisingly, I don't know how, she gets, again, tremendous compliments. And I've had discussions with her, and I try to trip her up and catch her, but she truly does, care about these people. She knows things about her agents that I didn't think. I'm like, you got to be too busy to know, and she knows these details about what's going on in people's lives.
She's very attentive.
Yes.
Sometimes hard to get a hold of, but she will call you back or text you back. But
Amy, you heard it here first, and David King says the same thing. She's got 300 unread text messages I've seen.
I probably have beat her. I got 1,200.
Text?
Yeah, I read all my emails, but text, it comes to it. I mean, I wake up in the morning and text, 20 people or answer text, just work-wise or
See, that is interesting because I'm the opposite, and I'm not the most organized person. But my emails, I'll have to click on the unread and go back and go, oh, crap, I missed that.
Yeah,
but
no,
text,
I'm the opposite.
if I've got 4 unread texts, it doesn't stress me out, but I'm like, oh, Lord, I'm missing something.
I'm the opposite. I stress out if my emails are, but I don't care about my text.
But I feel like nobody, so there's the first generational question right there. Because I thought, now you're a little bit older than my kids, who I just had this conversation this morning about our children. I don't know if it's just because we're their parents, they just don't return text. They don't, it could be important, and they do not return text, and they clearly aren't picking up the phone and calling anybody either.
Yeah. So I have a problem when I'm driving. I will see the text pop up, look at it, and I will reply to it in my head
yes.
and then not reply. So every night I go back on my text and look what I didn't reply, and about once, probably every day, I look and see, oh, I thought I replied that.
Yeah.
Hey man, sorry I didn't reply that. I replied in my head.
Yeah.
I mean, multiple times, but
I just did it yesterday, and somebody had wished me a pretty sincere birthday wish, or 2 days ago, and it wasn't just an average birthday, and I actually typed the reply, but just didn't hit send.
Yeah.
And I found out they didn't get it, and then I was like, and I felt bad because it was a nice wish, and you know we want to acknowledge it.
So
that mark unread thing is great too, when you can slide it and mark the text unread. Because I used to not
edit. You can edit.
Yes.
Edit the text.
Oh yeah.
I'm terrible at spelling, grammar.
Oh, voice text.
Horrible.
It's a shame I have a podcast because everybody tells me I mumble, and
I
clearly Siri thinks that I speak a different language because it totally changes names, everything. That's another thing.
Yeah.
That drives me crazy.
I do the same thing.
So, what generation are you? What is your title? I don't know. Are you a millennial? Are you what the?
Yeah, I guess so.
Gen. I don't even know what's that.
2001, when I was born.
So. Okay, so I don't even know if they bracket it based on when you actually kind of the grow up period. So you're at the end of the millennials, though, whatever that is. Is Y after that? And Z? I don't even know the order.
I don't know. Probably have to clip this.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Somebody will tell us.
Somebody will.
Yeah. Well, it's not important other than just trying to classify, like, what is your method of communication?
Definitely
like, do you pick up the phone?
phone?
So you will pick up the phone?
I prefer, if not, I'm sending texts that are paragraphs, and I'd rather just get an answer, call, pick up the phone.
Yes.
Whether it's, a client, whether it's a, mom, dad, whether it's a friend, I'd rather just pick up the phone, hear your voice.
Right.
Go out, see you, support you, that type of stuff.
So I've said this on another podcast, and I learned this years ago. They said it with email, but it translates into text. Is anything electronic? It is not a form of communication, but it is a way to relay information. So to me, text and email is great to relay information, meaning, hey, can you do lunch at 2 tomorrow?
Yep.
But if you're actually trying to interact and anything can be interpreted a different way, you're not communicating.
Your voice.
There's no guarantee.
Or your tone.
Yeah, and I guess that's the definition of communication is that there's a message sent and a message received.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're texting or email, there's no guarantee that they received the message that you sent.
Or they don't understand your
or they don't
tone
understand
how it's
whatever.
coming off, so
exactly.
I prefer to pick up the phone and,
Yes.
and be able to hear your voice.
So text is a good way to, hey, I need you, don't forget to send me that bank statement. Or, hey, are we still meeting at your house for the listing photos tomorrow, or whatever. But otherwise, yeah, I agree. I love picking up the phone. But I know my kids will not pick up the phone I'll be like, hey, we're going to the movie in an hour. Do you want to see if a friend wants to go? And they'll text 20 people and will not call, and nobody will reply. Yeah. And I'm like, just pick up the phone and call them. They're probably not looking at their text. They're on a video game. And he just won't do it. He'd rather not have somebody over.
That's the easiest way to get hold of somebody, or just go up there and see them.
Yeah.
Go to the office. You're looking for a job, just go up to the office, shake a hand.
Yes.
Nothing more important than being in front of somebody.
Exactly. Very much so.
I can't tell you how many jobs I applied for before I got into real estate where I was just applying online and, trying to get a hold of somebody, talk to them on the phone, and nothing ever worked out. But they were all sales jobs that I wasn't, 100% interested in. Didn't know if I was going to be behind the desk or anything. And so I always
you've always wanted sales. You wanted to be in sales.
Yeah, I knew I wanted to go in sales. I was business admin going into college and graduated a 4-year degree. And then sales was it, but just didn't know exactly what.
Okay. So I think a profile or bio I read says that you moved to Newnan 2 years ago. Is that correct? Or
2 years ago.
Where'd you come from?
Grew up North Atlanta, Swanee Alpharetta area, Forsyth County.
Really? Now, how'd you get to Noonan at 24 years old? There's
17.
another anomaly. You are a unicorn. I wrote that down on my notes board.
Yeah,
Is that
17 years in the same house, so we never really jumped around real estate wise. And then my parents built a lake house on Lake Martin in Alabama. So I did 4 years at Auburn, had 3 years in state, which was nice. So
you're one of those people.
Then I graduated from Auburn and decided real estate and jumped in it and had some connections here and have been here ever since.
So your family's not in Noonan?
No, sir, just me.
Wow. That's brave. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it took a leap of faith. I mean, I had, I had a few connections here, agent-wise, builder-wise, mentor-wise. So I knew I had a good backbone on the real estate side, but, needed a place to live. And
were those connections through Auburn or through?
Through the Wake, but they're all here.
Yeah.
So builder-wise, agent-wise.
So who are your mentors right now? Who is?
My mentor is Tiffany Byers. She's out of the Noonan office in Berkshire.
It's a good one.
Yep. So she's been my mentor. I pick up the phone, call her about 1 million times a day, whether it's chatting about real estate or trying to figure out.
So how'd you know Tiffany?
She's good friends with some of my other friends, the Freemans.
So you know Todd and Steve. So I grew up with them.
Yeah,
Played baseball with
they
them.
were neighbors with me at the lake, so that's kind of how I
that's
knew
a
everybody.
connection.
So they're still some of my best friends. So we all kind of stay in touch. We'll go out and grab some dinner or something. So.
Yeah, and so Todd's son is taking over the
Cam. So Cam's.
I mean, I don't want to put Todd out of business, but he's transitioning, or at least I've heard amazing things about Cam. Is
Cam's
what he's doing
building,
right now.
He's killing it. So
that's all I've
doing
heard.
it full time. So.
And Tiffany couldn't stop raving about him, and I think she knew him as a baby, and she's just like, I'm just astounded.
They would visit the lake and hang out, and that's how I met him. So I kind of knew him all outside of work, and was going into sales, and then I, just asked her about real estate and kind of dove right in, and so then I moved here this way and have been at it every day since then.
All right. So who is? I love asking people this question because I like to see if people can answer it, and I hope that you can. Who is your favorite realtor outside of your office? Somebody that you had a great transaction with, something. So this is just a place for you to compliment. It could be. You don't even have to have had a transaction. Maybe this is the way they do business. Maybe the way they carry themselves. Who in this community do you look up to? And you might not have ever met them, but anybody that just stands out.
That's a great question. That I've done a transaction with.
You don't have to have done a transaction. It could be somebody you just see at the board of realtors and they're always volunteering, or maybe they have great open houses, or they communicate well.
That's tough. Outside of my company, outside of Berkshire?
If it makes it easier, you
I'm
can do it
biased.
inside. I know. This isn't saying they're better. This is just saying, hey, that person's great.
That's tough. I don't know if I can answer that.
Okay, inside your office. Anybody inside your office besides Tiffany?
Yeah, that's bias there for sure. Inside my office, I haven't worked with them or been on opposite side. I've done a deal with them. Mr. Stephen Walker for sure.
Okay.
Another great one is Susan Fitzgerald. So I've been able to pick
talking
her
about
brain.
the top dogs, the big daddies.
I've been able to pick her brain.
The whales.
And work with her and get to work with her. So definitely those two. Good mentors as well.
So how does it work, your relation with that? Because I guess, so for newer agents, like a top producer that has maybe 20 listings, like a Susan Fitzgerald or Steven, they can't be at every open house on the weekends. So then they allow you to sit for them and you market it for that weekend? Or?
That's pretty much how I started everything, just doing open houses.
Right.
Just being in the office too. I mean, we've got 114 agents in our office, so not everybody can be there.
Right.
Most of them run their business from their home office.
Right.
But they'll pop into the office, and I'm just always there.
Yeah.
And so they're busy, I'm not busy, so that's how I picked up open houses, picked up a lot of them. We have sales meetings every Wednesday, so I network, talk with them, and I communicate with them. And it kind of just ran from there.
Yeah,
so,
and Berkshire has tremendous training, so I'm sure you're building an incredible database for people that just come in, might not buy the house, but you're writing their name and email address, and so it's just you're spending your times on Saturdays and Sundays.
Yep.
And I guess y'all do open houses Wednesday nights too.
Yeah, we got
sometimes,
Wednesday night open houses, summer nights, autumn nights in the fall, and then I do broker open, so I get to meet other agents, get them to come into the house. But then Saturday, Sundays, I do a lot on Sundays. Try to pick up buyers, pick up leads, but to also help out other agents that build that relationship with
So
them.
what are you gonna do now? The football season starting.
It's hard. You have to pick your price point, pick your location, where you really want to hone in on, and is that house going to create value for somebody?
Yeah. Well, thank goodness Auburn's not very good right now. So
we'll see about that.
So
but there's a lot of good football. You can't knock Auburn. You haven't seen them play this year.
I haven't, and I'm, God, I hate to say that. It's like, I just know so many people that like Auburn that I like.
Yeah.
So I can't hate them like I used to be when I was in college. When I was younger, they were my arch rival. They were just my enemy, and now I just know so many people that are big Auburn fans. So, and I think I've probably mellowed out a little bit. So, I'm rooting for you every game except for against Georgia, of course.
Are you going to the game?
Where's it at this year? Let's see.
It's on the Plains. It's at Auburn.
Oh, so it'll be a cheap ticket then.
Probably. Cheaper in Georgia, probably. But, I mean, hey, it's close.
It is. I've been to Auburn many, many times.
It's an hour.
I've been to
Straight shot out 85, you're there.
And then spend the night at the lake and have a good day of it. So, I'll have to see what weekend it is. I don't go to near as many football games as I used to. I used to go to every home game and then at least 2 away games. And now I may go to one home game, but I still at least go to 1 or 2 away games. So, because I've been to every home game in the world, but the away games are what's fun.
You like the away games
oh
better?
my God! Like especially when I was in school. Anybody that's still in college, you've got to travel.
Yeah,
like it is the best.
We went to 2 pretty much every year when we
Yeah.
could, and so the best one was Auburn LSU.
Yeah, I bet.
Never been to that stadium before, and it was like, holy
That's
moly.
cool. And oddly, and I like LSU. My brother went to LSU, but it might be in college the only fan base that was just ugly. Like they were mean to us. They were nasty.
Yeah, they were real mean to us too.
Yeah, but everybody else, like even when I was in college, I don't remember. Maybe I was just,
yeah, it was
ambivalent to what was going on there because I don't remember any of the fans being ugly as a college student. And it probably been that I was typically there with. That was what was cool because you knew somebody that went to Auburn, and 10 of us from Georgia went and spent the night on all the Auburn people's floors.
Yeah, we did that with Georgia too. We'd go spend some time with our buddies, stay the weekend, and go to the game, which was a blast.
That was definitely my favorite part of college.
Yeah, I do enjoy now getting to go back, get all my buddies together, and go back and see them. A lot of them live in Atlanta. Some are, elsewhere, Nashville. So we'll pick probably 1 or 2 games and go and tailgate and hang out and have fun. So
that's awesome.
It's good to get away for a few days, get away, unplug from work.
Yeah.
Kind of put the phone down.
But, here's the cool thing is, like, we are networking all the time.
Oh, absolutely.
Everything. One, you have to behave because of that, too.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have a few beers, but you just can't be ugly. Like, nobody wants to see that. But everywhere you go, you are around potential clients.
Yep, absolutely. Or they might know somebody. I just got I put an Instagram story up yesterday of one I put under contract a couple weeks ago that we got through due diligence and everything. And a buddy from high school that I was in did some leadership stuff with him in high school, and he just slid up and said, "Hey man, I got a buddy that's moving to Noonan, potentially looking for a house in a couple weeks." And I sent him your Instagram, so I was like, "All right." So I mean, no matter where you are, what you're doing, what you're posting, I mean, it's always.
So is that the new business card, Instagram?
That's where it's going.
Yeah.
I believe it. There's no doubt.
I imagine because I know, paper business cards have kind of been obsolete for a while. I still carry them and I still hand them out, but I know that it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I know that that's probably going in somebody's trash.
I think I got 500 business cards from when I first got to Berkshire, and I passed them out like hotcakes.
So did you buy more, or is that it?
Yeah, so when I got to Berkshire, I got 500, And then I just started passing them out like hotcakes. I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
I mean, get my name out there, do something. We got to, create some type of traction, whether it's at church, whether it's at
Yeah.
grocery store. So I ended up changing my picture on it, and I ordered some a little bit nicer ones. So I
Is
keep
your
them.
picture on your card?
Yeah,
Okay.
100%. I cannot remember names. I'm horrible at names.
Yeah.
I'll go shake your hand, no doubt about it. Probably won't remember your name.
Yeah.
But if I got a business card and
That's
connect it with the face,
yeah.
and you send me a picture, then I'm good with it.
That's good because I never put my picture on it for years, and then like I think 2 different times met people that was like, "You're a fool for
Yeah.
not putting your picture on your business card." And
Yeah, I
like,
got my Instagram
do
handle
that.
on it too, so they can go and see my Instagram.
Yeah.
That way they can.
Now, do you use QR codes? Like, I don't ever use them. I see them on stuff. It just seems.
I have a digital business card that I
Okay.
can copy and paste from my notes and send to them. Great
Is
way
that
to get
through
their
Popple
phone.
or just
No.
just regular
It's just
phone?
Berkshire. We have marketing guy. Just asked him to help me create a digital business card. Send it to me as a JPEG, so it's just in my notes. So
Oh, that's cool.
if I don't have them at an open house or something, I'll say, hey,
Yeah.
I'll, give you my
Or
business
you
card.
just take a picture of a business card. I guess that's mine.
Yeah, but then I get their phone number. It's a great way for them to have my
right.
business card for me to
Right.
collect info, so I can
Yeah.
follow up with them.
Well, I know in
So-
our training, when I went to mortgage training, they said not to. They told me as a salesman not to carry business cards. To tell them person when they said, "Oh, hey," it's like, "Hey, can I send you some business cards?" And that way you had to ask them
Yeah.
for their name or number or address or something,
Yeah,
and
there's
then
multiple ways to do it.
then you sent them a business card. And I love that in theory is you have the discipline to actually go back to your office,
Yeah,
create an envelope or whatever that might be.
I'm a relationship guy. I'm not really a salesy guy. I don't want to just say, hey, here's a business card.
Right.
I'd rather get to know you, spend 20 minutes with you walking through the house, and then, hey, do you want the plat? Do you want the floor plan?
Yeah.
Find ways to create value for them to where they'll want to come back and talk to you
Right.
and answer your text.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for, showing up today at blah, blah, blah address,
So did you grow up around real estate at all, or so it all kind of started at the lake? With
Yeah,
just,
no.
I'm sure you had a lot of real estate conversations there.
Yeah, it all started there. I knew I wanted to go into sales and got my degree. Was about to graduate. Didn't really have any great job opportunities that came out of just applying, going to
Yeah.
job fairs, that type of stuff. And it wasn't really great money. I was having to move out of state, and when I'm running numbers, it's like I'm not making any money after 40 grand, and then I got to move to Charleston,
Yeah.
and sit behind the desk all day. Like that's not me. I like to be on the go.
Yeah.
I like to be moving, on the road. I mean, I can't tell you how many miles I put on my truck.
Yeah.
I mean, it's absurd, and how much gas I've burned through. But that's just me. I like to be on the move. So
So what do you think about your personality made you want to be in sales? Was it because you feel like you're good at it? Was it because you just like talking? Like how would a young person that's in college know that sales?
I'm
was
just
for them?
passionate to help out people, no matter what it is. Whether I'm holding the door for you or selling you a house. It's just my passion is to help people. Whether it's through real estate, through ministry at church, through whatever it is. That's just how I get to do it is and collect.
So it's a service attitude. I love that because I try to do the same thing. I try to teach my kids that.
That's what I thrive on. That's what I like. I mean, I love helping relocation clients out because they 100% rely on you when they're moving from out of state. Whether it's from video walkthroughs, I did one last week. Right, I spent an hour in a neighborhood just videoing lots, videoing spec houses, showing them the amenities. I mean, that's what I like because then they come into town and then they get to actually see what Noonan, what Peachtree City, Fayetteville, wherever it's at, has to offer.
Yeah.
And then you get to run the whole way through.
Right.
So
that's awesome because, being that you just moved here 2 years ago and you're learning the community too, you are probably so much more in tune with the things that you notice, things that somebody like me that may have grown up here, I don't notice when they do something like that. But when somebody's asking you, go, well, hey, listen, I had to find the post office, and I had to. This is where Georgia Power is, and this is where
Publix,
this is exactly like
how,
all those things.
How accessible is 85?
Right.
You know, I mean, it's
all those things that you've learned recently. They're fresh in your mind.
So it's definitely that's what I love. I love helping the relocation clients out. I mean, I help anybody, but that's what is really cool to get to see somebody move, whether it's for a job, you know, relocating for a job, or if it's just to be closer to family. I mean, I got one that closed in September. They're coming closer to family from Douglasville.
Oh, cool.
And, you know, one of the things is, you know, where's the nearest Publix? What's near them? They want, you know, where's Ashley Park? You know, so being able to sit there and say, yep, jump on 85 and you're 5 minutes from Ashley Park.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the little things that, you know, you don't really think about, you know, being able to help and create value for them.
Yeah.
That's
and you know, one Publix, I think of this 5474 corridor thing, and like one Publix could be 3 miles and the other is 8, but you get to want the 8 mile one a lot quicker because you've lived here and you know you're going to sit through 5 lights and traffic.
But the thing with me is I am very directionally challenged. I will admit it. So I can live here for 2 years and still not know how to get to the Publix.
Do you use Waze, or what is your
Apple Maps?
Apple Maps, okay.
I probably spend more time on.
Is that just like when I type in maps? Is that just the one that came on it?
Yeah.
Okay. I probably don't even use that though.
I use it 24/7 whether I'm going to show houses.
Because I downloaded Google Maps for some reason, and then I use Waze a lot.
I can't ever get myself out of a neighborhood no matter what. I'm constantly on
Now that is true. Like if I go, I can imagine because we just
going
went to
home
another
from here. I'll put it in. There's no doubt until I get to where I know.
Because you forget, should I have turned left, and then if it circles, and
then I'm lost.
I get all that
every day.
So what is the advantage of you being, who you are? Well, you want to base your answer off of your age, your experience, whatever. What is your advantage in this marketplace as a real estate agent?
Well, I mean, time is everything. I mean, I have as much time as I can. I've worked, pretty much constantly. I try to take Saturdays off because I was working 7 days a week, which turns into 14, which turns into 21.
Yeah.
So I kind of, set Saturday aside to spend time with some friends and just, not work. I'll still answer the phone, but not be out on the road running around. But just consistency. Consistency is everything. I mean, I pay my bills. I got to, so I have to, I have to collect, checks, which is what everybody's in it for. But, we don't really talk about it.
Yeah.
But that's the underlying thing is to be able to pay for, pay for everything. So the drive, you got to have the drive. You wake up every day not knowing you might not get a paycheck that month, but you still got to go at it and get after it. No matter what you do.
I was at a meeting it was a training, new loan officers getting in the business, and this one guy got up and spoke, and he was talking about, so what is the great thing about this business? Why'd you get in the business? Why are you doing this? And everybody's like, to help people. I want to help them alone. And I mean, all these great answers that were so... And he goes, you're missing it. Do you have any idea how much money you can make in this business?
Yeah.
Like, why are we acting like that isn't our motivator? Would you be showing people houses if you didn't need the money?
Yeah,
no. And it was like, wow, you can make a really good living.
Yep, you can, but you got to work.
Yeah,
exactly. You can't do it halfway, and that's what I've told myself, that it's a long run game. I mean, year 1 you don't make anything. I'm on year 2, and looking to do pretty well this year. But I know it's a 3 to 5 year business before you start making some.
I'm telling you,
good money.
Maybe year 3, but by year 5 you will be one of the top producers in this county.
I just had.
I'm telling you, as long as you don't get distracted.
Yeah, that's the goal. I mean, I came into it, not a big numbers guy, not a big, rewards or, honor society, whatever it is, all that, junk. I'm not big into all that. I just like to keep my head down and do what I do best. But I just had this conversation with someone yesterday. I mean, he was telling me he works, at the lake, been doing it a while, but he's like, dude, you got to stick to it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, absolutely. I'm not giving it up now. Right. I'm this far in. I love what I do. Obviously, the goal is to be number one, but you got to be realistic. Is
Yeah.
to, year one, double in year two, and then go from there. And so, baby steps towards, moving forward is the main
Yeah.
thing. Is the big picture.
I always struggled with business plans for that reason, because I understand it, because you want to break. I understand the way we break down and go, all right, if I want 12 closings, I need to have this many applications. It means I need to have. I agree with all that. I like that.
Yeah.
But I not as much. But when I was getting in this business, the first 10 years, I was full throttle no matter what.
Yep. That's
So I
what
didn't want to put a 12 loan out there and then stop when I
Stop
got
at
there.
12,
So I
yeah.
wanted to. I'm just going nonstop, and then it is what it is. Whatever the numbers, I might only get 5. I'm not going to get mad.
Yeah.
But the next month, if I get 15, that's what I'm going for.
Yep. So July was tough. July was a tough month.
Yeah.
I think for everybody.
It is. This is a
no
weird
matter-
market.
No matter how long you've been in the business, it's a tough month.
Yeah.
But then now September, it's like holy cow, here's everything. So
Right.
you got to take it while it's busy and eat it while it's slow, which
Yeah.
is the hard part. It's an adjustment coming into it because. I jumped in it right out of college, so I'm not used to collecting a check every
Guaranteed
day,
check,
every
yeah.
month. So, and people ask me, it's like, well, how do you do it? And I'm like, well, I'm just kind of used to it. I
Yeah.
went from making no money in college. I worked in college, but just
But
little.
yeah.
But to making it here. So when you make a bunch of money this month, and you got to balance it out.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you learn to live on those low months. So.
yeah, absolutely.
Some
So-
great advice I heard with that was to have 2 different accounts and to pay yourself out. So all your pay goes into this account.
yeah.
So if you make $8,000 that month, it goes into this account, but you only need 4
For your
or
expenses.
5 to pay your bills and to
Yeah.
live and be happy. And you don't ever touch that. You don't even see it because it's kind of like your business paying you. And it
Yeah.
is your business because it's
That's-
you. And then that way you're not, oh, I got 8. I'm going to find a way to spend 8 this
Spend
month.
8.
And
Can't
then the
do
next
it.
month when you got 4, you're like, what am I going to do?
Can't do it. That was one of the biggest adjustments of knowing how to manage your money when you have it come in, and I had to rely on everybody else for that because I don't know how. I didn't come in with just a LLC or
Yeah.
S corp set up. I had to figure out how to call my tax guy.
That's what I'm saying. It's
figure
even
out how
harder
to
for
do
you
it.
because you have to save for taxes. That's separate.
Yeah,
like
so-
at least me, they take it out. I'm W-2.
Yeah.
They take it out of my.
So I
Paycheck.
asked a million questions, finding somebody that would help me do that. Which is great. Through Berkshire, we have people that help us with that.
Right.
We have partners that are able to, set up accounts for you, and I'm able to, ask. I can rely on anybody because I'm the youngest person out there, so I
Right.
can sit there and call, anybody and pick because everybody does it differently,
Right.
So
do.
some people may be LLC, some people may be S corp or whatever, and some people may pay them salary, and some people, don't ever touch it. Keep it in a different account. So I had to figure out how I wanted to handle that, and
And
so-
it might change.
and it might change. It will. So I was able to kind of get in a rhythm, and so that's kind of how I handle it.
Answer this question any way you want. What does a great realtor do?
Communication is everything. Being able to communicate on time, keep everything going in the right direction, and in a professional manner. You've got to be able to, not only manage the deal, but manage emotions because you're dealing with somebody or people that are, doing one of the largest transactions of their life, or
Right.
coming from out of state, making a big move out of state, or they're going through something personal and they're having to, jump on their own and do it themselves. So being able to not only manage the transaction, but manage the emotions and everything that comes with it and the timelines of everything is huge.
I love that because when people say, oh, you got to be professional, that doesn't just mean you have to have a suit and tie and your face is shaved. And being professional to me means that the emotion thing you just said is managing your emotions.
Yeah.
You can't just fly off the handle. Your buyers, your sellers, they're emotional because they're
Yeah.
selling their own house or buying their own house.
Yeah,
You
the
can't.
loan
If
might
you're
not be moving along, or you
Exactly.
get a call from the bank that the equity line of credit's not rolling. I had this
Yeah.
yesterday, so it's like, all right, well, I can't jump on the phone and fire everybody up because
Right.
then that's you can't do that. Then they're freaking out and everybody. So you got to figure out the problem solve. You got to be able to problem
You got to
solve.
work as a team. So same question for lender. What makes a great lender? What does a great lender do?
Communication.
Same thing.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, if you can communicate, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've picked up the phone and called on a Saturday, Sunday. Just did it this last weekend. Guy wanted to come in and look at a house that's done, and he, there was incentive, how you can use that incentive,
Yeah.
and what his monthly payment would like.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a bunch of equity, but they have a great interest rate, like everybody else. It's in the 2s and 3s. So being able to buy that rate down, see where it would be. I mean, he'd double in his house really, square
Right.
foot wise,
Yeah.
price wise. I mean, everything. So it's like, where is that at?
Everything's going up, man.
He hadn't, done it in 5-6 years. So it's like being able to pick up the phone and, talk on a
You
Saturday.
can say
Sunday.
it. You called a lender on a Saturday. It wasn't me, everybody. Just go by.
It
It's
wasn't,
okay.
but,
That's okay. I'll get the next one. No, but that is.
That's the main thing. I mean, it's being able to have that relationship with them when something is going wrong. Hey, can you jump in the text chain and help cool this down?
And that's
or
right.
fix
And
it?
that's our sell against online lenders, against banks, credit unions.
Yeah.
I love those guys. I love the companies, but they're paid a salary. They're going home at 5:00.
Yeah.
They're not updating the pre-approval letter on Saturday when you're in
When you're out showing.
multiple offer situation. So that's why you deal with a local real estate agent, local lender.
I can't tell you
Local
how
appraisal,
important it is to know, using the local people, like you just said, local lender that knows appraisers. Same thing.
Yeah.
That knows the area, knows what the land brings, what the area brings, what your house brings, and knowing your agent and having somebody that's boots on the ground.
Right.
That is so important when you go to sit there and move and choose who you're working with. You take that into consideration.
I just saw JoJo. I wish she would listen. She's a great real estate agent in Atlanta, and she just did a little Instagram video, and she said, "Listen, I want you to do business with people you like.
Absolutely.
I do business with people I like.
Absolutely.
If I want you to like me so that you enjoy getting in the car with me, talking to me, you're comfortable asking me tough questions.
Yeah.
So it is important to have a relationship.
It is, and it all starts with the communication.
Yes.
I mean, no matter what. I mean, I just had someone that's coming in town tomorrow to look at houses, and they're going up to Woodstock as well and having someone else show them. I haven't met them in person, haven't shook their hands, don't know a whole lot about them, just what I learned over the phone. She's like, well, I'd rather just have you, help us out because I'm sitting there, texting, talking to them on the phone constantly, and they can't really get the other person on. I don't know the other person.
Yeah.
Not someone I referred to them, but they're looking to move this way from out of state, and so, I mean, at the end of the day, you can win somebody over just from communicating and being, being available.
Agree. So what are your hobbies? What do you do outside? So on that Saturday with your friends, what do y'all do?
I'm big into the gym, so it's consistent. Gym pretty much every morning. Take the weekend off. Outside of that, love being with friends. Love to go out to eat. Big out to eat guy. Not the best hobbies. I love
I know that food is good, especially with groups of friends.
love to be in the woods, love to hunt and that type of stuff.
Okay.
So enjoy that. Season's right around the corner, so hopefully I can take a little time off, sneak out early mornings before the real estate world wakes up. And
So that's the best hobby because you can do it. It doesn't interfere with your job.
so being with family, being with my parent, my mom on the lake, that type of stuff, being on the water.
So where have you? What's the furthest place you've traveled to?
Maine, Boston.
Have you been out of the country yet?
Out of the country, I mean, I've been to the Virgin Islands.
Okay, that counts. I mean,
But nothing.
yeah.
Nothing crazy.
Add that to your list when
Texas.
you start making tons of money because
That's a goal. I love to travel though.
Yeah.
So that's once I get to a point where I can and I can step away. But
what it does, I think it offers you. It just shows you the world is bigger. So
Absolutely.
as you like doing relocations, you're going to have buyers from other countries, other cultures,
absolutely.
and it just gives you a lot more patience when you're dealing with other people that aren't like you, and you realize that you're just a lot more patient. Going, this world is a lot bigger than Noonan or Georgia or even the United States.
Yep. So North Dakota will be a first. I'm going to North Dakota for bird season. Got a bird dog, so we're going up there in October. So that'll be a first. Never been. So looking to travel a little bit here this winter.
Are you a podcast guy? Do you listen to podcasts? Do you listen to YouTube? Or is it strictly music in the car?
Strictly music, pretty much. I want to get into podcasts, but mostly country, worship music.
Okay.
Half the time I'm on the phone, though.
Yeah.
So sometimes I just want silence.
Are you up on the Forrest Frank drama on TikTok?
No, I don't have TikTok.
Oh.
I'm no TikTok guy. I've never been a TikTok guy. No, I am an Instagram guy, but never.
I don't know if he's on
had
Instagram,
TikTok.
but it's funny. We talked about this morning. It's funny to be my age and be talking to somebody about the gossip of what's going on with. Because I was telling them, I was like, I don't know what's changed if it's my age, but I've never listened to gospel music or religious music, whatever you want to call it. But now I listen to it all the time. It's entertaining. I don't know if the music has changed that much, if I've changed, a combination of all of the above. But there's great music that I would consider Christian, good music, like Forrest Frank. And
it's great. I mean, it's a way to relax for me sometimes, and sometimes I'll just cut it off and have silence before the phone rings. But most of the time I try to do a lot of follow-up or reply to text or calls in the car when I'm on the go, which is 90% of the time. So
that's great because it is a toss-up because sometimes I know that I've got to make calls. I'm okay, I'll be in the office I'm going to open houses. Oh, I can make my phone calls while I'm driving house to house. And then I'll pop in a podcast or something and be like, well, I'll call them as soon as this is over.
Yeah, so,
it's just turn it off and make your calls. So.
I like to listen to stuff straight through if I'm doing a podcast or if I listen to church. I like to watch it straight through. I don't like to stop it. So I spend most of my time in the car on the phone, whether I'm checking in, on deals or people that I've been talking to for a while or checking in with Tiffany, see what I need to do, that type of stuff. So that's pretty much what I do in the car.
So where do you go to church?
Noonan City Church is downtown Noonan.
Noonan City Church. That sounds more, I don't even know what the word, progressive, modern, I don't know what it is.
So it's great. I love it.
Band, big bands, a lot of the churches are going to these big bands. And, or are y'all more the piano and the hymns?
No, I mean, it's a little bit of both. So we're actually in the process of building a new building, so we kind of outgrown it. So that'll be cool to watch that happen. So I've been able to get plugged in there with Pastor Jimmy. We do a Bible study on Monday, so I met some friends there. That's kind of how I got plugged into Noonan. And we'll see what comes out of it. I've got good friends there that we're continuing to grow. We just actually split because we got so many people. We had 30, 40 people in our group, so we kind of had to split to tone it back down to a little bit smaller group. So excited to watch that grow and see everybody grow. I mean, we've been in it. I've been in it for a year now, so it's pretty cool to watch everybody grow in their faith, but also watch the church grow and relationships that I never had just being new here.
Yeah.
So completely aside from business, just making friends, finding that community, awesome. Which is what you got to do.
So I love all these words that are coming out of church now, you're saying the same thing that our church is talking about community and small groups and circles and friends, and it's talking about, hey, let's surround ourselves with people that are like us.
Yeah, you have
want to make us better.
Whoever you surround yourself with and whatever you're involved with is, we talk about, whatever fills your heart up is how you're going to act and how you're going to be. And so that's, a main thing of what we're focusing on. What I'm focused on is trying to grow, is continue to, grow in every aspect, not just, work. You get sucked into the day-to-day life, the day-to-day work, answering phone calls, emails, trying to sell houses, do all that, collect a paycheck, but you got to grow elsewhere, everywhere else, no matter what you're doing.
Very true. And,
ultimately, the main thing is to grow your relationship with Christ. Yeah. So that's the main thing, keep the main thing the main thing is what Pastor Jimmy says.
Yeah.
You know, you got
That's
to
awesome.
constantly think about what's the main thing.
Yeah.
Which
That's
is that.
awesome.
So,
Well, if I had any advice for you, and I don't sell real estate, never have, but sales is sales, in my opinion, is everything that you're doing is fantastic.
I appreciate
Every
it.
few months, reevaluate it, add something, and take something away. If you've got to evaluate and see, is there fruit or is there not? If you don't know yet, then you keep doing it.
Yep.
Because you can't do it for 3 months and expect fruit. Once you get to 6, 12 months, if you went to Board of Realtor meeting for 12 months and didn't get any new relationship, nothing, then maybe you move to more church stuff or wherever
Yeah.
you're going to get. So just constantly reevaluating and keeping that core, everything that's working or you're not sure yet, keep doing, stay focused and keep doing it. But I've had times in my career where I've cut everything out because I felt like none of that was working.
Yeah.
And then I come to find out it dried up and I was like, Lord, that is where I was getting. I didn't realize
Yeah.
how much of my business was coming from the chamber or
Yeah.
from different areas.
So where do you get most of your business?
I've broken this down so many times. Now a lot of it's coming from past customers because I've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
A lot of it is from friendships. When I had Operation Boot Camp, which was an exercise group of people that worked out, and I was shocked at how many people I got from that. Like, it was a tremendous amount of business. And then real estate agents is still really high up. I figure real estate agents is still probably 50% of my business, and then the other 50% is past clients, friends, and family. So, and I'm trying to grow that. I'm trying to get to where 80% is friends and family,
Yeah.
and only 20% is real estate agents. Now, I love real estate agents, but I've been doing this long enough where I should, and if I'm doing a great job, I should
Yeah.
constantly
people should
have
be
coming back, and I shouldn't have to invest as much. But you still do. But
Yeah. How do you what do you think is the most important thing to get your friends to come back to you? Outside of just being, friends and hanging out with them 24/7, because life gets busy, kids get grown up.
it goes back to three things, and I think people do business with people they know, people do business with people they like, and people do business with people they trust. You got to have all three. So they know you just because you met at church, but they like you, but they like being around you. But they also got to trust. So you have to have done a good job. You have to be knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a combination of all those three things.
Some people don't like working with friends and family. Some people
They
would
don't,
rather,
and that's
send it
painful
to somebody
sometimes.
else.
That is. I have friends that have told me, "Oh, I just," and I'm like, because it's also when I just don't understand it because I would much rather a friend do it. So I don't have to have in my head constantly, is this the best rate? Am I really getting a good deal? I want to try. But that comes back to people they trust.
Absolutely.
Do I trust that this person is great at what they do and they're giving me the
How
best?
can you create value for
Right,
them?
exactly.
And it's what it comes down to: trust, communication, and value.
Yeah. But I do have friends that have done that. And it sucks.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand it. Like, I'm like.
Or you're working for somebody for a year and, in my aspect, showing houses or sending rates and stuff, and then they go out and buy underneath you.
Right.
Or don't
And
use
they
somebody
don't-
else, which
they-
is
they-
completely okay,
right.
but it stings. There's no doubt about it.
They don't understand it. In the same way, like you talked about a shoe store. They talk all the time. People come in, they try shoes on for an hour, ask you a million questions, then they walk out the door and order online on their phone in the parking lot.
Yeah.
It's like you save $2, and you just
Yeah.
can't. I mean, it's so I get it, but
So let me ask you this: DoorDash? You like DoorDash?
my son likes DoorDash. I don't know that I've ever DoorDashed in my life.
Meaning maybe once or twice. Now I
Yeah.
ask you that because we talk about shoes being at work
Yeah.
because it's right to your door.
Right.
You don't have to worry about it. But I just prefer to go get it.
Yeah.
Save the money, but also you never know what comes out of it.
Exactly. Like if it was $4, because you got to tip as well.
Yeah.
Like it's saying, I look at it'll pop up on my app that my son ordered a chicken sandwich meal and it's $22. I'm like, do you understand?
Yeah, but
like a family of 4 could have eaten for $22.
Yeah.
And you just paid delivery and then
Tip as well.
and their fees and all that. So I don't DoorDash at all. I understand why people do,
Yeah. Convenience.
but I'm just like, wow, just go get it.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, I can't even buy my groceries online. Because I'm like, I don't know what I want.
Yeah.
I end up buying like 8 things that I know I want, but I'm like, I end up having to go anyway to get all the stuff to fill in all the gaps.
So, how do you see the market playing out the rest of the year?
That's a hard question too, because I try to separate what I want to happen from what I believe is going to happen. And so I don't know this to be fact. I believe that the Fed I'm certain the Fed's going to lower rates 0.25% September 17th. I believe that is going to, I think rates are going to drop slightly below 6.5, 6 3/8, and it's going to spawn enough activity, and then it's going to snowball. And I think it's going to be an incredible winter. I really do. Again, I don't know if that's a wish. It just feels like, I remember the last time this happened, when we came out of 2008, 9, and 10, I remember it just felt different.
Yeah.
The phone calls are different. The questions are different. People are asking. Like for the last year, they would ask, and then you'd run a payment, and they go, oh, and then you'd never hear from them again. And it's almost like they've already done that. They know rates are 6.5, almost 7%, and so they're over that. So now it's just like
they're ready to buy, but
I think they're ready to buy. It's pin up. They're they think that rates are going to drop in September, and they are. It's not going to be as much as everybody thinks, but it's still going to drop, and I think that's all they want.
If it drops, I hope it drops, and I hope it brings a lot of people into the market, because there's a lot of people. I go back to the guy I talked to last Sunday at open house. He's like, I love the house, ready to go.
Yeah.
Gotta get my wife on board, but I mean that rate. I mean, it's literally the only thing holding him back from moving forward and taking that next step to have a bigger house.
I think what they do have to understand, it's not going gangbusters. Rates are not dropping to 5%.
Yeah, I think 2 or 3 again.
No, we hope that doesn't happen. Look at what happened to cause that. I think rates best case in the next 2 years is 5.75. Yeah. And that's best case. I think in the next 6 months we might touch 6, maybe, but I think we're still going to be. I don't honestly. If I had to bet my own money, I would say we don't go below 6.25 in the next 12 months. I just think it's going to be more of a much slower,
steady.
But there's still going to be people buying at that. I think right now the buyers are just all on hold because they're like, I want rates to come down.
Yeah.
I think they're going to realize that it is slow, and it's like, am I willing to wait a year for a quarter? Like people keep waiting on this massive drop in rates, and that is not happening. Yeah,
and when you look back at it, like when my grandparents and your parents are buying, I mean rates were 10, 14%.
Yeah.
So where they're at is, really a good rate, but they're so used to the 2 and 3, which is hard to.
7 was obnoxious. I'm on the buyer side. 7 and rates were at 8%. 2 years ago. That's obnoxious. I understand not buying at 7.5, but 6.5. There's no reason not to buy a house. If you need a house, buy a house. That's right.
It's great. I mean, it's a great time to buy. I mean, there's a lot of inventory out there.
You can negotiate. Right. I think we're very close to a sweet spot. When the Fed drops rates, we hit 6.5. I think that is really a good spot to purchase.
I hope so. That would make the end of the year great finish.
It's going to be a good Christmas.
I hope it is, because those slow months are coming. So we got to take it while it gets busy.
Yeah, but the transitions are different. Normally there's seasonality in real estate.
Yeah.
But when it transitions from a buyer's market to a seller market or slow to hot, it's usually in an off month that happens.
Yeah. Now I've only been in it going on 2 years now, but you think it's going back to that seasonal,
I do.
market? I think I'm beginning to recognize. School just went back.
Yeah.
I mean, everything just.
August has always been the deadest month for me. Always.
I think July is a sneaky slow month too. Everybody's.
It starts declining.
Travels.
March. People start calling. You have great April, incredible May, wonderful June, and then it's back downhill.
July.
And then normally September booms for me. September, October, November, and December are great, and then January, February is just in the gut.
Yeah. So you think it's going back to that seasonal market, kind of balancing out?
I think everything's going to balance out even. People are going to buy when they need to buy. They're going to wait till school's out. I just don't think we're seeing. I think it's setting in that we're not going to see massive rate drops. We don't think rates are going up. Rates are not just going to drop like they did before. It's just not happening anymore. Now it's a tighter range, and it's going to stay for longer, so there's no reason to wait to buy a house because Hell, look at all the people that waited the last 2 years on a rate, and the rate really has not changed.
Yep.
So it's a quarter better, maybe a half a point. That's it.
Yep, you can always refinance too.
You can.
That's what. So
All right.
I'm excited. It should be a good end of the year. Football's back too.
I know.
Can't wait.
It's 2 days. Yes.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Friday there's games.
Yeah, Auburn plays tomorrow.
Wow. Who y'all playing?
Baylor at Baylor.
Okay.
So
I
it's
can't
back.
remember. Some years Baylor's are great, and some years Baylor's terrible. All right.
It's gonna be interesting. I don't know.
Yeah. I guess you'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
I know. We got Marshall, and Marshall's is. They said that they are used to playing people like us, and they're not intimidated by the crowd or anything. So
Athens will be bumping.
I know it feels like it's been forever since we had football,
I know.
and the way Georgia went out last year. I think, I don't think we thought we were winning a championship, but God, you hate losing to Notre Dame, and
Yeah, it was
just felt
tough way to end the season, but
like it is.
it's a long off season.
It is.
Especially when the Braves aren't great.
The Braves were terrible. Yes.
You don't have a whole lot to watch on TV,
Yeah.
so you've gone through all your good shows you want to watch. So
It's go time.
it is go time.
So-
Looking for a good end of the year and some good football.
That's right. Well, I appreciate it. Thank y'all very much. Where do they find you? Obviously,
You
Instagram.
can find me on Instagram or my phone number. You can call me, email me, text me. It's Tanner Booth _realtor on Instagram, on Facebook, just Tanner Booth.
Yeah.
So
We'll tag him in all this, so it should be in the description somewhere.
that's where you can
All the
find me.
information, so.
Thanks for having me
Awesome.
today. It's been
Thank
a pleasure.
you.
Thank
All
you.
right. Have a good weekend. Go Dogs.
War Eagle.